e4, c5, knight f3, e6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight c6, knight c3, queen c7, f4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, a6, bishop e3, b5, castle queenside, bishop b7, bishop d3, rook c8, king b1, knight h6, rook e1, f6, a4, b4, knight a2, bishop d6, e5, f takes e5, f takes e5, bishop c5, queen takes c5, queen takes c5, bishop takes c5, rook takes c5, knight takes b4, a5, knight a2, bishop c6, bishop b5, bishop takes b5, a takes b5, knight f7, knight c3, king e7, rook d4, knight takes e5, rook a4, rook a8, rook e3, d6, king a2, rook c4, rook takes c4, knight takes c4, knight d5 check, king d7, rook takes e6, king takes e6, knight c7 check, king d7, knight takes a8, king c8, b3, knight e3, knight b6 check, king c7, knight c4, knight takes c2, king b2, knight d4, b6 check, king c6, king c3, knight e2 check, king d2, knight d4, knight takes a5 check, king takes b6, king d3, knight e6, knight c4 check, king c5, king c3, knight f4, b4 check, king d5, knight e3 check, king e4, knight d1, knight takes g2, king c4, knight f4, b5, knight e6, b6, knight d8, knight c3 check, king e5, knight d5, g5, knight b4, king e6, king b5, king d7, knight d5, king e6, knight b4, king d7, knight d5,